The other thing I wanted to talk about was being comfortable in that space of not knowing. What happens if we don't know? What if the truth is that we never know? In life, in acting, in auditions, how do we get comfortable with the not knowing? We get comfortable with the not knowing by practicing it, by recognizing when we don't know and being like, I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh, I actually have no idea. And that's okay. That's okay. We don't know how it's gonna go. We don't know if the reader's gonna actually be acting with us or they're just gonna be like reading like a robot. We don't know if if the tears are gonna come or if they're not. We don't know if we're gonna book the job. There are about 1,000 variables that go into play that have nothing to do with our performance. We absolutely do our best. We absolutely give it our all, but then we don't know. But here's the trick. Once we get comfortable in the not knowing, once we practice that letting go, like I don't know if my partner's gonna stand up or sit down. I don't know if they're gonna be mad at me. I don't know how the scene is gonna go. But that's the fun, right? That's the joy. That's the like being at the top of the roller coaster and not knowing if it's gonna go down and then up or down and upside down or flip around a couple times. We don't know. And that's what makes it exciting. When we convince ourselves that we know exactly how we're gonna do it, exactly how the audition's gonna go, that we're exactly gonna book it, exactly how our day's gonna go this day, exactly how our marriage is supposed to play out, we're kidding ourselves. And we are shutting ourselves down to the opportunity and to possibility. Because creativity doesn't happen inside of us. Creativity doesn't come from our brain or our ego. Creativity happens, it's bigger than us. And we don't know how and when and if it's gonna use us. All we can do is give over. And the way that we give over is by practicing not knowing, by practicing this thing, beginner's mind, right? Like what if every time we do it, it's new? And you think you wanna book a Broadway show, you wanna do a Broadway show 8 times a week? You better get real good at beginner's mind. You better get real good at not knowing. Because the second you get up there and you know exactly how it's gonna go, because P.S. you've been doing the same exact show 8 times a week for 2 years, you know. You know the shade of the color of the light, you know the speed of the costume change, you know the flavor of the water in the glass, you know when the person's gonna tear up against you, you know everything, right? It's so ingrained in you that you feel like an insane person. And yet, you have to look for the not knowing. You have to practice beginner's mind, you have to practice letting go, and you have to look for anything and everything that is new. Right? Like, okay, I know she's gonna cry like on this word, but why? Like, is she actually happy right now? Or is something going on in her personal life? She said that differently, like, and you feel this person because this person opposite you is gonna be incrementally different on Wednesday than they were on Tuesday, and incrementally different on Saturday than they were on Thursday. So we have to key into the things that are new and the things that we don't know. So this idea of beginner's mind, it's very powerful. It's very powerful in acting, but it's very powerful in life. You know, the second we approach some circumstance in life, it's like, ugh, been here before. Subway sucks, right? It's hot and I hate it. It's gonna be crowded and I've been in New York for 10 years. I know how it's gonna go. And we just shut down. We shut down to possibility. What if you're about to meet your life partner? What if you're about to meet the person who's gonna deliver your child? What if you're about to meet your new chiropractor? Like, you don't know who you're about to meet. But if you practice beginner's mind, if you practice not knowing, then you're opening yourself up to possibility and you're opening yourself up to opportunity. And we have to do that on stage and in auditions as well. And the thing is that we don't know. And if it says in the script, be angry, all we can do is listen. And sometimes just our blank slate is enough. Nothing is better than forcing. Not knowing is better than faking it. And the good news is that as we practice that, as we give over, we're opening ourselves up to possibility and to joy and to opportunity and for creativity to use us, and it's much more fun. It's a lot more fun, and that's why we're here, right? That's why we became actors and not accountants.